I'm Melissa Grant, 31 years old. My family has a nickname for me, the boring one, wasting her potential as a compliance officer at the State Housing Finance Authority. My father calls it glorified paperwork. My mother tells everyone I could have been a real estate developer if I'd only accepted the money Dad offered when I turned 22. I turned it down. Instead, I bought a small 1,150 square foot cottage back in 2013 for $179,000, using nothing but my own savings and a standard mortgage. I spent 12 years paying it off, fixing it up myself on weekends, watching the whole street change around me. Last year, a developer offered me $810,000 for it. I said no. It's my home. My brother Ryan is 28. He's never kept a job past 8 months. He's lived with our parents his entire adult life, rent-free, in their 4,600 square foot house out in the suburbs. They call him a visionary whenever he pitches another crypto scheme at family dinners. They call me overly cautious because I contribute to a retirement fund. The message arrived on a Tuesday at 3:12 p.m. Mum, your brother's fiancé is expecting. They're moving into your place tomorrow. Take out whatever you want to keep. I read it twice before I called her. Hi, sweetheart, she said cheerfully. Did you see my text? The one where you told me strangers are moving into my house. My house? Oh, Melissa. Don't make a scene. It's the family home. I paid for it myself 12 years ago. My name is the only one on the deed. She let out that laugh, the one she's perfected over 30 years of dismissing me. Technically, sure, but you understand what I mean. Ryan and Chloe need room for the baby. You're just one person rattling around a 3-bedroom house. It's selfish of you. Mum, it's my house. Your father and I already talked it over. Ryan needs stability right now. Chloe's family has certain expectations. You can stay in Ryan's old room here until you find a proper apartment, something more fitting for a single woman. I'm not leaving my own house. Melissa. Her tone shifted into the one she uses when she thinks she's stating the obvious. Ryan's starting a family. You're 31 and unmarried. This is simply about priorities. Family looks after family. Then why isn't he moving into your house? You've got 4 spare rooms. We need our space, your father's study, my sewing room, the guest suite for visitors. We can't have an infant disrupting all that. But disrupting my entire life is fine. Don't be so difficult. Ryan's already loading the truck. Just leave the key under the mat. Then she hung up. I sat at my desk, the same desk where I review fair housing complaints and discrimination cases for the state, and felt something cold settle over me. Not panic, not even anger yet. Just clarity. I opened my laptop and pulled up the county property database. There it was. Melissa Ann Grant, sole owner, purchased March 2013, current assessed value, $768,000. No liens, besides my nearly finished mortgage. No other name on the title, no grey area. Then I opened the private folder I keep for work, filled with templates I use professionally. Cease and desist notices for unlawful evictions, unauthorized entry warnings, trespass notifications formatted for police use. I never imagined I'd need them for my own family. I edited one, filled in my address, printed it on official agency letterhead, and dialed the non-emergency line for the sheriff's department. Deputy Ramirez, this is Melissa Grant. I have a property dispute requiring law enforcement. My relatives are trying to move into my home without permission or legal standing. I have proof of sole ownership and need a civil standby to secure the property. Melissa from Birchwood Lane? The little yellow house? Yes, that's right. I can be there in 20 minutes. Don't engage with anyone until I arrive. I drove faster than I should have. When I pulled up at 4:35 p.m., a moving truck was already parked in my driveway. My brother was hauling out my grandmother's antique hutch, the one I'd restored myself, from my bedroom. My mother stood there directing him like a construction foreman. Chloe sat in the car, scrolling through her phone. I parked down the street and called the sheriff's office again. "I'm here." "They're removing my belongings right now. Stay in the car, I'm 2 minutes away." I watched my brother make 2 more trips. One box was labelled Melissa's kitchen, my own dishes from my own kitchen. The patrol car arrived at 4:41 p.m. Deputy Ramirez is a veteran officer who doesn't take property disputes lightly. He approached my mother first. "Ma'am, do you have permission to be on this property?" She turned, startled, then smiled. "Oh, officer, this is just a family matter. My son is moving in. Does your son hold ownership of this property?" "Well, technically the deed's in my daughter's name, but we're family. She's fine with him living here." "Ma'am, is that accurate?" He looked at me. I stepped out, holding my folder. "No, officer. I'm the sole owner of this property. I haven't given anyone permission to enter, occupy, or remove anything from it. I want to file a trespassing report and have them removed now." My mother's face drained, then flushed red. "Melissa, what is wrong with you? Protecting what's mine?" "Officer, here's my paperwork." I handed him the deed, my license with my current address, and the cease and desist letter. He reviewed it all, then turned to my brother, frozen mid-step, holding a box of my books. "Sir, do you have documentation showing ownership or a lease for this property?" Ryan glanced at Mum. She started. "I need paperwork, not verbal agreements," the deputy said. "I don't have anything in writing." His expression didn't shift. "Then you're trespassing on private property. Return everything inside and leave immediately." "This is ridiculous," my mother snapped, stepping forward. "Officer, this is my daughter. She's being unreasonable. Ryan has a baby coming." "Ma'am, I understand this is a family matter, but the law is clear. Ms. Grant owns this property. She decides who's allowed on it. Your son has no legal claim here." "Melissa," my mother turned to me, voice trembling. "You're actually doing this? Putting your own brother out on the street?" "He's not on the street, Mum. He lives with you, in a house with 4 extra bedrooms. That's not appropriate for a family. Then he should get his own place, like I did at 22. You're being spiteful." The deputy raised a hand. "Ma'am, this is between you and your daughter. From where I stand, you've got 2 choices. Return everything voluntarily and leave, or I file trespassing charges. 10 minutes to decide." Ryan was already moving. He carried the hutch back inside, face red, avoiding my eyes. 6 more trips followed. My mother stood in the driveway, arms crossed, looking at me like I was a stranger. "You've changed," she said quietly. "You used to be such a sweet girl." "I used to be a pushover," I answered. "There's a difference." Chloe finally stepped out of the car, maybe 4 months along, looking bewildered. "Ryan, what's going on?" "We have to go," he mumbled. "But your mum said—" "Doesn't matter what she said." He dropped a box harder than necessary. The house was never ours. They finished clearing out in 8 minutes. The truck pulled away at 5:02 p.m. My mother left last. "Your father will hear about this. I'm sure he will. Don't expect help from us, ever again." "I haven't expected help from you in 12 years, Mum. That's exactly why I bought my own house." She drove off without another word. Deputy Ramirez handed back my documents. "Change your locks tonight." "Cameras installed?" "I will by this evening." "Good. If they come back uninvited, call immediately. This is on record now. Any future entry is criminal trespassing. Thank you, officer. He nodded. For what it's worth, you did the right thing. Property rights matter, family or not. I changed the locks by 6:30 p.m., installed a video doorbell and 2 cameras by 8:30. I texted my mother the new rule. Anyone entering my property without written permission from me will be reported to police immediately. No response. My father called at 10 p.m. Melissa, your mother is a wreck. What on earth did you do? I stopped an illegal eviction from my own home. Don't be so dramatic. Ryan just needed somewhere to stay. Then give him one of your 4 empty rooms. That's different. We're retired. We need our space. So do I, Dad. It's my house. We're your family. Family helps each other. Then help Ryan find an apartment. Help him get a job. Help him grow up. Don't help him take my home. Nobody's taking anything, your mother just thought. Mum thought she could hand over my property to Ryan without asking me. That's theft, Dad. The sheriff agreed. Silence stretched out. Then, you called the police on your own family. I called the police on trespassers who happen to share my last name. This is unforgivable, Melissa. What's unforgivable is assuming you could seize my house because Ryan's girlfriend is pregnant. I spent 12 years earning this place. He's spent 12 years living off you for free. Those aren't the same thing. He's your brother, and I'm your daughter. But you've never treated us the same, have you? He hung up. The next morning I called my supervisor, explained everything, asked if there were ethical concerns about using company letterhead for my cease and desist letter. You used a work template for your own property dispute? Yes. And you're sole owner with clean title? Yes. Then it's completely appropriate. That's literally what we handle. Family or not doesn't change the law. I just wanted to be sure. Melissa, how long have you worked here? 9 years. In 9 years, you've processed over 2,000 housing complaints, stopped illegal evictions, protected countless tenants from predatory landlords. You know this law better than half the lawyers I deal with. The fact you're even questioning yourself over family tells me everything about why they thought they could pull this off. Something in my chest loosened. Thank you. Keep records of everything, she said. If they push further, call me. We have attorneys on retainer. They did push further. My mother started a family group chat, claiming I'd thrown a pregnant woman onto the street and refused to help family in crisis. My phone filled with messages. Aunt Carol, how could you do this to Ryan? Uncle Pete, your mother is devastated. Cousin Danielle, family comes first. I answered once to everyone. I own my home. My family attempted to move in without my permission. I enforced my property rights. Anyone who wants the full story, including the police report, can ask me directly. The chat went quiet. But my cousin Nicole, the family's actual attorney and always kind to me, called privately. Melissa, is your mum's version true? No. Want the real timeline? I sent her everything. The first text, the deed, photos of them unloading the truck, the incident report. She called back 10 minutes later. Oh my God. Yeah. Melissa, that's criminal trespassing. You could press charges. I know. I won't, unless they try again. Your mum told everyone you just refused to help. She left out the part where they broke into your house and started hauling your stuff out. Not surprising. I'm sending this to the group. They need the truth. Nicole, you don't have to. Yes, I do. This is insane. She sent a detailed message with all the documentation attached. The story flipped instantly. Half the family apologized. The other half went silent. My mother left the group chat. 3 weeks later, Ryan and Chloe moved into a rental. My father co-signed the lease and covered 6 months' rent. Neither of them asked me for anything. My mother sent one final message. "I hope you're happy. You've torn this family apart." I didn't reply. Instead, I forwarded it to my therapist, Dr. Patel, who I'd started seeing 2 weeks after everything happened. "How does this message make you feel?" she asked during our session. "Like I'm supposed to apologize for having boundaries." "Do you think you should?" I actually thought about it. No. I think I should have set them 12 years ago. Maybe 20. Tell me about those 20 years. So I did. I told her about being the responsible one, the one who earned good grades without being asked, who paid her own way through college while Ryan got a blank check, the one who showed up to every family event while Ryan skipped half of them and got excused because that's just Ryan. I told her about the Christmas when Ryan asked to borrow $18,000 for a business venture. And when I refused, my father called me selfish. The deal collapsed within 6 weeks. Ryan never repaid the relatives who did lend him money. I told her about my college graduation, where my parents left early to catch Ryan's high school baseball game. He rode the bench the entire season. They never watched me walk the stage. I told her about becoming VP at 29, youngest in my agency's history, and my mother's response was, "That's nice, honey," followed by 40 minutes about Ryan's new girlfriend. Dr. Patel listened, took notes, then asked, "Melissa, when did you first realize you were the supporting character in your own family's story?" The question cracked something open. "When I was 12, I said slowly. Ryan fractured his arm playing soccer. My parents spent 3 months driving him to physical therapy, specialists, tutors when he fell behind at school. I had a state piano competition during one of his appointments. My mum said she couldn't miss his session. I took the bus alone. I placed 3rd in the entire state. What did your parents say? They didn't know I'd competed. I never told them. It didn't seem worth mentioning. And you've operated under that belief ever since, that your achievements don't deserve the same attention. I suppose so. Melissa, do you understand what you've built? Not just the house, the whole life. I shook my head. You own a home worth over $800,000 that you bought entirely on your own at 22. You've become VP of a state agency by 31. You've prevented thousands of unlawful evictions. You've protected vulnerable people from housing discrimination. You've built something solid and real, and when your family tried to take it, you protected it. That's not selfishness. That's strength. I cried for the first time since it all happened. They're never going to see it, are they? I asked. They're never going to be proud of me. Probably not, Dr. Patel said gently. Some families can't celebrate a child who succeeds outside the role they were assigned. You were assigned the role of helper. When you refused to keep helping at your own expense, you broke their story. So what do I do? You keep building your life, and you let them sit with their own feelings about it. 6 months later, Chloe had the baby, a girl named Lily. My mother texted a photo, your niece in case you're interested. I was interested. I sent a gift and a card congratulating them. I didn't offer to babysit. I didn't offer my house for gatherings. I didn't offer anything beyond basic courtesy. My mother complained to Nicole that I'd become cold. Nicole texted me, "You're not cold. You're just not convenient anymore." She was right. I started having Sunday dinners with Nicole and her wife. I joined a community garden and made friends who found my job genuinely interesting. I started seeing someone who asked about my work and actually listened to the answers. I hosted a small Thanksgiving for co-workers who brought dishes, stories, and laughter. My parents sent a Christmas card. Inside, my mother had written, "Family is forever. We hope you remember that." I put it in a drawer and never responded. Because here's what I learned. Family is the people who actually see you, who celebrate what you've accomplished without resentment, who respect your boundaries instead of punishing you for setting them, who don't try to hand your home to someone else because they need it more. My family never saw me. They saw a resource, a safety net, a character who existed to make their lives easier. I stopped playing that part. My house is still mine, every square foot of it. The mortgage is fully paid off now. I refinanced during the low rates in 2020, made extra payments every single month, and last month I made the final one. The title is completely clear. Melissa Ann Grant, sole owner, no liens, no grey area. Sometimes I think back to my mother's text. It's the family home. She was wrong. It was never the family home. It was my home. The one I bought. The one I fixed up with my own hands. The one I fought to protect. And now it's the home where I finally learned the difference between being family and being used by family. That lesson was worth every bit of $800,000.